I began my journey when my brother Peter, while a student at university, had his first psychotic episode and drew our family into the world of a family with lived experience. My parents are two of the strongest people I know, without a doubt. They kept their son alive. They kept their marriage together. They kept their family together. Courageous people, to be sure. With what time I had as a volunteer, I should have been investing myself in raising awareness in an area that was now personal to me. I, being of that world, met with the Minister of Health, George Smitherman, and asked him that if he had an appointment to make to the board, would he consider my candidacy? And the short answer to that story, he did. And when the board was struck and the commission took its life, I had the privilege of being Ontario's delegate to the board of directors, and that was 7 years ago. And so I've continued on that journey to give of my time and give of my energies to bring the transformation of the mental health care system, which now seems kind of matter of fact, but 7 years ago it was the last thing that many could imagine for a country who had, struggled with this. Given how my brother's life began, I've spent a lot of the recent past going to university campuses across Canada to actually hold discussions with the student body on my family's story. And you feel, after having a discussion like that for an hour, that you've helped move the needle a bit. You've helped at least one kid say, I've had the courage to come to the microphone to talk about my health issue, and maybe it's now time for me to start getting help for that, because it's this fellow who's come in from wherever to talk about something that's a national issue makes me feel a little less lonely. I find a chance to go to a university campus and talk in the setting I've just described, and you really come back absolutely revitalized, because the work that's being done against the contrast of what it was for my brother in 1987 is absolutely heartwarming. And it really gives me the enthusiasm to come back and say, all right, let's continue to push, because we are making progress. More progress needs to take place, but we're having an effect on at least the willingness of young men and women at a critical age. If you're susceptible to mental health, it's usually the pressures of university, being away from home, lots of those stresses. The manifestation of your health issue, mental health issue, can become very clear then. And so you have a chance to engage them at a critical point in their lives, and maybe give them hope and give them decisions that don't include taking your life as an option, because you don't feel quite so alone, and on-campus services are there to provide help. And there are other people out there making the journey just like you. I feel proud that I've taken the energies I've had to invest it in this, notwithstanding my personal connection to it. I just think it happens to be the right thing to do. But my motivation, my inspiration, when maybe you're spread a little thin, is really that the journey of my brother from where he was as a successful would-be physician, clubbed down by a mental health issue because the system couldn't provide him care to get him back to where he had to be to continue on that journey to his professional dreams. And so I'm proud of that. I'm proud of being part of that discussion in a way that hasn't been had in a way it hasn't been had in the fashion we've had it in the recent past. And I can say that my voice was one of the many that helped to move that discussion forward. My name is Patrick Dion. You know who I am. Are you with me?